First question I want to ask you, how did it feel to hit the walk-off, and have you hit any walk-offs in the past?
The walk-off home run, it's always a great feeling. There's just some of those words I can't describe. It's something that you kind of, as a little kid, dream about, And I haven't had too many serious walk-off home runs, a couple in the Cape Cod, but nothing to the magnitude of, kind of at this level. I don't think I've had any in college. It might be mistaken. Kind of something that's a little bit more serious than, just a summer team. So this is the first one, and it's cool. I got the lineup chart and everything for it, so it's definitely something I'll remember.
The entire city of New York that was here was able to see what you were able to do back in Notre Dame and what you were able to do back in Illinois when you were growing up just as a hitter and as a baseball player. They've heard so much about you. You were mentioned, on the Yes Network and on MLB Network, of course, as a first-round draft pick, and now they got to see a little bit of what you could do. Your finest game as a pro so far, 4 out of 5. It must have been a tremendous experience for you.
It definitely is. Whenever you can, put good swings on balls and have good results, in front of a home crowd, like you said, there's been a lot of talk, but, that's what comes with the territory, and that's what, you kind of got to just push through and realize that you're human and you're learning, and you're taking your experiences at this level, so, that you can learn from them and hopefully help out the major league club rather than, just staying down here. So,
how would you describe yourself as a player?
I think that I'm the type of player that just kind of goes out every day and, kind of hard-nosed and a lot of high intensity. I like having a good time, so if you see me smiling and everything, I just love the game and I enjoy the game. And then I also feel like tonight, I have the ability to change the game and everything, but I like to just go out there every day and hustle and, just do what I can do, and just help the team in whatever way I can. So whether it's defensively that day or offensively, just kind of help him do whatever meant to be my job that day. So.
And you probably heard this question ad nauseum. In 2010, you were 50th round select in the Chicago Cubs. You grew up a Cubs fan. Who was your favorite player as a Cub, and how difficult was it to pass up the opportunity and not sign? Because you had a great offer from Notre Dame.
Yeah, it's definitely cool, especially coming out of high school and, having Notre Dame so close and being a late draft pick of the Cubs, I got to go to their field and work out with them and all that, so it was definitely awesome experience, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to go to Notre Dame. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that their memories and friendships that I'll never forget. And also I think that, it's just a decision to go and get some higher education. And, I started my 3 years, and now I, plan on going back just to have, a backup plan and everything. And to answer your previous question about the favorite players, I always love watching Mark DeRosa. In fact, he was there for a short time, but the reason I love watching him was because he was in the lineup every day playing a different position, but just an even-keeled kind of guy and, just did whatever was best for them.
Playing at a school such as Notre Dame, surrounded by some of the most prestigious athletes in the country, because you had from baseball and football, and even just the legacy of Notre Dame, did that motivate you even more on your path to becoming a professional player?
I think, at Notre Dame, we try to, build our community both with athletics and students, so not only to have other, top elite, high-level class athletes, and just to watch, just kind of see how they go about the business. We had different groups that we had at Notre Dame, leadership groups, and ways you can interact with different, student athletes, which was cool because you can hear from the experiences they had and everything, and you kind of try to take what helps them succeed and, try to incorporate it in your game. So I think that just being surrounded by such dedicated, hardworking people, it just definitely helped you and wanted you to succeed. So, especially at a sport that might not be on the map at Notre Dame as much as a football, basketball, whatever it is, that, you kind of want to just be able to be as proud of your sport and your success as, that the other people are there, and just kind of take that for what it's worth.
In your junior season at Notre Dame, you hit .388, 500 on-base percentage, was the Big East Player of the Year, top Big East player according to Baseball America. What did that season mean to you, especially considering that Notre Dame and baseball are no longer a part of the Big East?
I think that, at the beginning of the season, the biggest thing for us as a team was to succeed as a team and get to a regional and everything. And from just kind of playing a really tough schedule and, just trying to get Notre Dame's baseball back on the map before we kind of took it over to the ACC and everything, and then my individual statistics, that's just something that it came along with, just being on a part of the team that, wanted it, and, being surrounded by guys that allowed me to, succeed in that opportunity, and they helped me just as much as I helped myself with those, and I can't thank them enough for what they did, pushing me through, those workouts and everything. So the individual awards are awesome and all, but I think that it's more comes down to the teammates. So.
Eric, at Notre Dame, you batted in front of Trey Mancini. Trey Mancini now, he's the Orioles' 8th-round pick playing in Aberdeen. 2 separate paths, with Aberdeen. What is it like to play against him and battle him after you were college teammates?
Yeah, it's definitely, first and foremost, I'm really happy that he has this opportunity to play, with the Orioles organization. He's going to be a great player for them. I always thought, very highly of him. He's one of my better friends at Notre Dame and everything, so I'm just really happy for him, and also really happy for the success he's having at this level. He's definitely worked for it, and then when it comes on field, it's hard not to root for them, but you got to realize that you're kind of going head and head with them. So after the games, we talked and everything. We went out to lunch, but on the field, we just kind of smiled at each other and just went about our business right away.
Completely different experience there.
Exactly.
You were starting to get noticed around the circles of baseball. I mentioned before, 5th best prospect in the Yankee system. Mm-hmm. What adjustments are you working on down at this level and in the minor league system as you make your way up to eventually New York Yankee?
Yeah, I think just first, defensively, just really getting to understand the position at third base and really just trying to take that to the next level and be a consistent defender every day, and do whatever I can do, because you're not always going to hit and everything. Mm-hmm. And when you're not hitting, you have to glove it, and so I think that's the first thing. And then, when it comes to offensive, I think just being consistent and, just trying to get on base and drive in runs as much as I can, kind of do what they want me to do, and what they brought me here to do is, be a guy in the middle of their lineup and, just kind of make an impact and, take advantage of certain situations, to help the team win.
Some are already saying that you're the best third baseman in the organization. What do you have to say about that?
I think that, it's kind of just talk right now, until I prove it on the field, and until they call me up to the big leagues, I'm not going to take it much, but, it's also nice to see that, some people, kind of are looking forward to, and hoping that I succeed at these levels. But for me, I think it's just the way I kind of came in here was I was just going to work hard every day and get better, and whatever the best ability I have at the end of the day is going to ultimately, determine my fate. And if I'm the starting third baseman for the New York Yankees, I'm going to do everything I can for them to win a championship. So.
Final question. You made the NY Penn League All-Star game. Got to experience that in Connecticut. Then you and your teammates got to visit Yankee Stadium within about a week's span.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
I think it's awesome. Definitely to be able to go over to Yankee Stadium or whatever and, kind of take a tour and see why it's so historic and why there was so much that they wanted to do, to make it a special place when you go. And when you kind of go around in Yankee Stadium, you just see different, monuments, and you see all the historic people that played there, and you really realize how special of a place and how special of an organization is to be a part of.
Thanks so much for the time, Eric.
No problem. It was nice to meet you.